the Mets. You got the
Yeah,
Mets hat. You
yeah.
must be from New York. You from New York?
Yeah, yeah. I'm from the tri-state area. Went to school out in Queens, so I always represent for New York. 100%. I know you're
New
from
York.
Miami, but
Okay.
let me give you the intro here. We got Fort Manny joining me here for Sports and Hip Hop with DJ Mad Max, Live 365, iHeartRadio. Everyone knows him as Fort Manny Bets, the sports betting. He's really doing it out here for a while, grinding out, really showing people that you can really be your own boss out here. Diary of a Gambler. Got that available on all platforms. He's turning into the music route now as well. Welcome to the show. How's everything going, Fort Manny?
Life is good. It is what it should be.
Absolutely. How is life for you right now, currently? How is this year going? We're coming to an end here in a few weeks of 2024. How is this year for you?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This been a hell of a year. This been a hell of a year. 2024 probably been my best year ever. Lots of ups and downs with the roller coaster. I had the whole incident with Caesars Sportsbook when I won 500,000 and they refused to, pay me. The video went viral online. It's a lot, man. It's a lot, but for the most part, can't complain, man. Everything is good. Everything is good.
That's good. This is with the Celtics win.
Yes, yes. So this was with the Celtics, man. For some people they're not really, familiar with the whole incident. So back in March or February, I actually have the ticket on my page, right? So I posted on IG that I was betting 140,000 to win 500,000, right? So I went to Caesars Sportsbook. I placed the bet. The odds was like plus 260, plus 250. So I put up 140 bands to win 500,000 on the Boston Celtics. Prior to me even doing this bet, I even made a video on YouTube breaking down why the Celtics was going to win it all. Like I literally documented the whole process months before it happened. I have about a 10-minute long video on my YouTube telling people why the Celtics were going to win it all. So I had great conviction in the bet that I placed. Of course, you place 140,000 on something, you got to have some type of conviction, right? So I placed the bet on the Celtics future. Celtics won. Everybody happy. Made people a ton of money because I posted this pic on my actual page. It had over 3,000 shares, almost 5,000 likes. So everybody that follow me and listen to me and keep up with what I do, they were able to lock that into as well. So the sports books got fucked. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They got fucked on Celtics future because my following the way it is, my people, my family, like they don't play. When I tell them something and I got great conviction, they gonna fuck with me, win or lose. So, the sports book lost a lot of money, but Caesar Sportsbook specifically, right? I placed the bet with them. Everything was situated. I won the bet. They hit me up via email like, hey, you can come pick up your money. They even posted my winning ticket on their Instagram, on their Facebook. They even tagged me in it, so they can grow, bigger or whatever, right? Because I use their sports book. So time to pick up the money. I'm all the way in Miami. Mind you, I placed the bet at Caesars Sportsbook all the way in North Carolina. That's about, 6 hours away from, Miami, from where I live, right? So I'm like, look, I'm not in a rush to pick up 500,000. I'm just going to chill. I'm probably going to pick it up maybe a month later. So I ended up attempting to pick up my winnings a month later. Mind you, the rules are I have up to a 4 year to claim my winnings. So I didn't break any guidelines, anything. They sent me an email. Hey, Mr. Fort Manny, congratulations. You can come pick up your money. They sent me an email. They got voicemail. They know it's me that placed the bet. Rumors on the internet been saying that, because in one of my songs in Celtics Future, I was like, I hit up my bookie to raise up the limit, 500 racks on the play. I was high. So people took that as, okay, I had somebody place the bet for me or whatever, like a runner, which is fucking stupid. I'm like, yo, relax, man. Like, I placed the bet myself. I went to Caesars. I documented everything. So, man, I went up there to pick up my money, man, 500 racks. I got to the counter. They're like, hey, what's up? I was like, hey, man, I'm here to pick up my money. Mind you, I had on some Gucci shorts, white t-shirt, slides. I was looking really rough, bro. Like, and I had my duffel bag. If you look at the video that went viral, you will literally see me walking in the casino with my duffel bag ready to pick up my money, right? So they're like, yeah, give us 1 second. So they went to the back, man. They went to the back. I don't know who they were talking to. 30 minutes later, this guy came out. He was like, yeah, we're not going to be able to pay out your 500,000. I'm like,
Wow.
what you mean you won't be able to pay my 500,000? You literally said everything was good. I told you that I was coming here. I caught a flight. I caught 2 flights because I had to catch a connecting flight. I took time out. What do you mean you can't pay my 500,000? He was like, yeah, we just not going to be able to pay you. The next thing they did, they called security. They're like, security, The next thing you know, 2, 3 security guys came. And I'm like, so at this point, I'm pissed off. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm pissed. I'm like, yo, what's going on here? I got outside. They have about 4 to 5 police officers. They're like, hey, you got to get up the property. No explanations, no nothing. Right? They refused to pay out my money. Luckily, my assistant was there. He documented everything, and I was able to expose Caesars. That video went viral. So now, I have a lawsuit with Caesars Sportsbooks going on. Right? It's a lawsuit going on right now. Trying to figure out things. They did acknowledge that they supposed to pay me out. I didn't break any guidelines. As far as them kicking me out and not paying my money, zero explanation. As far as the cops being called on me, zero explanation. So right now, that's where I'm at. But to answer your question, man, 2024 been a great fucking year, my brother.
Despite everything going on with that, I'm happy to hear that it's been a great year for you. Do you feel as though, because you've had so much success at this with sports betting, do you feel as though that these booking agencies and companies are kind of trying to, and it may explain why you didn't get the money in this instance, do you feel as though that they're going at you now, that they're trying to blackball you in a way, and that they're trying to take revenge because you're winning too much?
Absolutely, brother. It happens all the time. By the way, they also banned me too. I can't bet at Caesars Sportsbook no more. I actually posted the letters on my page, right? So I've been banned by Caesars Sportsbook. I've been banned by DraftKings Sportsbook. I've been banned by Two Kings Casino in North Carolina. So it's a couple books. And what people got to understand, me personally, I never take it personal, because at the end of the day, it's business. And with business, at the end of the day, you got to be profitable. You look at your P&L. So they can ban me anytime they want if they feel like they're not making any profit from me. And that's what people got to realize. The sports books don't have to take your bets. They take your bets all the time because you be losing all the fucking time. If you're actually a profitable person and you're hitting these guys, they can stop taking your business. It's not a law against it, right? So that was never the case with Caesar prior to them banning me. But absolutely, bro. Caesar Sportsbook, DraftKings, Two Kings. So yes, 1000%, because anybody that places a bet at a casino or on an app, you have what you call a profile, right? A player's profile. So when they look at your player profile, they're able to look at your player's P&L, which is profit and loss. So they're able to see how profitable you are. And if I own a sports book and I have a motherfucker coming in and hitting my head month after month, guess what, bro? I'm not taking your action no more. It's that simple. So yes, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Crazy. I get it. It's a dirty game, but we got to find ways to just go against it. And you're doing it. You're still winning despite all the struggles and the losses. But this is what really makes a career out here. Have you thought about even kind of starting your own line similar to these companies? Have you thought about creating your own business and bringing in some investors to where you get the fair play? You don't have to deal with all this nonsense.
Nah, I get what you're saying, bro. Right now, no, maybe in the future, but right now, man, I'm a gambler, bro. I'm a
Yeah.
fucking gambler, and I love this shit, bro. Like, this is literally my lifestyle, bro, and I put that shit in my music. Diary of a Gambler, bro. I tell you what I go through in my life. I'm about to drop Diary of a Gambler 2, and this is going to be very different from Diary of a Gambler 1. Diary of a Gambler 1, it was some personal stuff, but Diary of a Gambler 2 is really, really personal. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm telling you locks to put in, literally. I'm telling you things in Diary of a Gambler 2 that's gonna make you money, right? I just dropped exotic, and I drop a couple of props plays in there. And this guy, the day that I dropped it, he actually played. He actually played the locks. It was I had Nuggets +3, I had Hawks -3, and I had Luca for 40, and he went ahead and parlayed them on a ticket, and it hit. And he sent it to me. He was like, bro, what the fuck? You mentioned these 3 props in your and plays in your song, and I put that shit in and it hit. So that alone right there let me know. I'm like, damn, I can't wait to drop Diary of a Gambler 2, because people fucking with exotic and that type of sound and style, that's exactly what's going to be on Diary of a Gambler 2. So to answer your question, man, I'm a gambler, bro. I'm for the people, bro. My goal is to beat the books, bro. I don't want to join the books, bro. I'm getting sued by the books right now. I don't want to join these folks, bro. Fuck them, bro. I want to beat the books. That's my overall goal. That's my overall objective. Because, when you look at sports betting and how the shit is becoming now, bro, shit is getting rigged out here, bro. The general public is losing, bro. Like DraftKings getting cake, FanDuel getting cake, Hard Rock getting cake. You feel me? I'm going to be dropping a track called Sportsbook. It's going to be on Diary of a Gambler too, and I'm going to be talking about all of that. You feel me? So I'm for the people, bro. My goal is to help the people make money, man. That's my overall goal. That's why I do what I do, and that's how I'm able to live the lifestyle I'm living right now and be able to sustain the things that I do because I put my blood, sweat, and tears into my craft. I really truly love what I do, bro. It's literally my reality. And when something is your reality, you can't fake it. It happened naturally. You dig what I'm saying? So no, bro, I don't plan on joining the other side. I don't fuck with them other guys.
Yeah, I like that. Go against them. That's what you
Yeah.
got to do. I mean, you've been doing this for a while now. Gambling's been something that you've always done since you were younger. What would you say was that first gamble that you made that really got you on the path that you are right now? Even before when we look at it, because you really had the great success years ago with March Madness. March was
Yeah.
your time period when you really blew up and people started to see
Yeah.
Instagram have great success of that. But was there like an earlier period to where that kind of got you hooked onto the gambling spot?
Nah, honestly, no, bro. It was really around March. Because I've always been gambling my whole life, right? Even as a jit, meaning as a kid, right? I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. So my Florida people, they know what jit is, right? So even as a jit, being in middle school, I had friends that I would bet, whether it's the Bulls and the Celtics playing, those days where they had the first big three, KG, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, the Bulls, Derrick Rose, Ben Goran, Joakim Noah, Taj Gibson, right? I was in middle school, sixth, fifth grade, seventh grade, betting my friends like, hey, I bet you $5, Ray John Rondo is gonna do this, or the Celtics is gonna win this. So at the time, as a kid, I didn't really know what gambling was, but I was already gambling in a sense because I would watch these games and I would pay attention. And as a kid, I was fascinated, like on who's gonna win or how many points they're gonna score. Then as I got a little older in high school, I started to understand like the lines. I placed my very first bet in 10th grade on Bovada,
Mm.
right? On Bovada. So people don't know Bovada is a betting website that's probably been around for over 20, 30 years, right? Oh, so I placed my very first bet on Bovada, and that's where that started. But I never made any name from it because I was a kid in high school, bro. Nobody was, out here telling people about their sports betting addiction or, nobody was doing that, bro. So it was something that was private. Like I'm just a kid, I'm hustling. I got a little extra bread over here. I know about sports. I seen this stuff called Bovada. I looked at the plus minus. I bet. I played my first bet was placed for like 25 or $50. But me doing that, and over the years, I started to learn. Then COVID happened.
Mm.
Everybody's home, everybody's bored. Sports betting just became legal in Tennessee. And I remember I always been betting. So I knew about these apps, these websites. I knew about them already, right? So DraftKings became legal in Tennessee. And one day during COVID, this was like early COVID before like probably like December, January, going into March Madness around that time, right? So early in the year, and I was smacking on March Madness because the advantage to March Madness in the bubble was they're playing in a bubble. There's no home field advantage. If you understand college football, you understand home court is everything. It's the same thing with the NBA bubble that year too. You were seeing a lot of underdogs team really competing. You like, what the fuck? Like the Suns, worst team in the league. These niggas on a 10-game win streak. Then you look at college, you like, what the fuck? A number 25 beat a number 17. Like, what's going on? And the things that a lot of people was missing was it was a playing field. It was an even playing field as far as home court advantage not being a factor. It's like an open gym. If you hoop or you play sports, when you playing in an open gym compared to a real game, you hoop for real. When you hooping with crowds and people, it's different, right? So that playing, like guys who normally wouldn't really shine when it's like a full arena or whatever. These guys are way more comfortable. So you see guys like TJ Warren from the Pacers dropping 40 in a bubble every game. Donovan Mitchell dropping 50 every game against the Nuggets in that series. Jamal Murray 50 points games back to back, right? Like these guys are playing in open gym, yo. Like, you feel me? Like
Yeah.
it's a different. So me understanding that edge and that advantage, I played a parlay around that time when DraftKings became legal in Tennessee. And one day I don't even know what told me, bro. I was like, man, let me just post this thing on my story real quick. So it was a winning ticket. And I posted it on my story, bro. and the shit went crazy, and everybody was like, "Yo, how did you do that?" And that's when a monster was created. I was like, "Damn, this many people don't know how to sports bet. These many people don't understand that. Hey, I understand the fucking Redskins is your favorite team, but they're playing the fucking Kansas City Chiefs. Like when you're sports betting, your favorite team is supposed to lose when they're a heavy underdog. A lot of people didn't understand that shit. They'll see $100 pay out 1,000 or $100 pay out 500, and they were like making donation. These sports books was making a lot of money. Then a guy like me, I'm telling people, hey, don't do that, bro. Don't play that spread. Go ahead and buy the juice. You feel me? Buy a couple points. Go ahead and throw this. Don't play a 10-leg parlay. Cut it down to 2-leg or 3-leg. Spray your bankroll out. So I came out teaching people those things and helping people actually win. And this is the only business where, my nigga, if you're not winning, people are not going to fuck with you and people are not going to pay you money. I make my money because I fucking win, bro. Like, I win. It's that simple. When I make somebody money, they telling their friends, family, cousin. And guess what? If I make them money, guess who they telling? So word of mouth in my business spreads very fast as long as you're providing results. And that's how everything really took off, bro. So it wasn't really, it was March Madness, bro. That's
March
what really
Madness.
turned.
March
Yes.
Madness was the takeoff for you up until this point, and you're still going. Let's get into this. How about celebrities? Have there been any celebrities that have reached out to you for betting advice and things like that? Because I can think of one person right off the bat who I think needs help in their betting, and we know who that is. The Drake curse.
Oh, Drake, oh man, Drake. Listen, man, Drake has a sponsorship with Stake. I really hate when people play these type of games because it's like Drake has a sponsorship with Stake. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, Drake don't be putting them bets in. Like, he has a sponsorship, he has a user account. And it's
Wow.
like you gotta understand the reason Drake loses a lot is the nigga has a sponsorship. He's gonna give you these crazy plus plays. Like, come on, man. We know Mike Tyson ain't gonna fucking win, bro. Why you telling the public to play Mike Tyson, bro? Like, you're not a real gambler, bro. Like, you making donation. You feel me? So Drake haven't reached out. If he did reach out, I would love to collab with him. But I've had a lot of other celebrities reached out, athletes, celebrities, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, and you're weaving that right into the music too. So we could get into that. We're gonna keep getting into the sports betting, of course, and things
Yes.
like that. But we've been touching on the music back and forth here. So when did this really kind of hit you to get into the music space? Because I did check out the album. I checked out the new single Exotic. I really like Exotic and the hook that you got there. So when did you
Appreciate
start
that.
to really want to tap into this music scene?
Well, I would say I really wanted to tap into the music scene right around when, things really started to take off, bro, because my whole reality changed completely. You feel me? My whole reality changed completely, bro. I went from, just making 100 bands a year to, okay, like, damn, what the fuck, bro? Like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Like, so my whole life changed very, very, very quick, bro. And I lost a lot of friends, relationships, bro. Like, I was working so much, bro. Like, and music just became my escape. You understand what I'm saying? I dropped my first track, Everyday Gambling, just really expressing myself in that movie, in that song, Everyday Gambling. Gotta take it rich. How you think I got rich? How you think I got lit? 12 think I'm selling bricks. Whole time it was pics. Like, me just telling you like what was really going on in my life and me being in that booth and expressing myself, it felt really amazing because I've always been a fan of music from a very, very early age. That was like my therapy and escape as a kid. And me being in sports betting, that passion for music grew even more because shit became very lonely. Like they say, it's lonely at the top. So me listening to more music, then you're like, you know what? Let me try to make a song and express myself. And that's where it started, right? So I dropped my first track, Everyday Gambling. Then about a year later, I drop a couple more tracks, and I just been putting in work, man. And I keep progressing and progressing and finding my sound. And I think I'm at the stage where I found my sound. I'm very confident and comfortable in what I'm able to do in the booth when it comes to expressing myself, and it clearly shows because it's a lot of people that can relate to my music and the things that I'm talking about. Because there's a lot of gamblers out there, bro. I make gambling music, bro. I make lock music. I make motivational music, bro. I make music that's gonna tell you not to bet dumbass 10 legs parlays. I make music that's gonna tell you, man, hey, play smart, bro. Play a single. Play it smart. Parlays can get you fucked. You feel me? Like, so me being able to combine the two, bro. There's not a wave for this. Nobody have done this before. I like starting my own wave. I like starting my own trend. I'm not a follower. I'm a leader. And that's where I am in life right now, man, with the whole music. So, it started around COVID, brother, around COVID.
I like that. I like that you're someone that's starting your own wave. And I was going to touch on that because I said that there's no one out there that's doing what you're doing on the music side of things, just teaching people the business aspects, especially with gambling. And it relates to what your passion is, which is sports betting. But this really goes back for a long time now because you were really posting on Instagram for a while early in the beginning, just about investments and just important investing decisions and things that you were in at that time.
Yes.
You were working for a corporate company.
Yes.
And what was this company? I wanted to get into that. The company that you were working for that kind of taught you some of the resources early on.
Yeah, man. So I got so lucky, man, because for me to even land this job without a college degree or anything, man, that was a blessing in itself, man. I was about to join the military, bro. I had a
Wow.
baby in the way. I was about to join the military. I was a young kid, bro. I was all over the place. They didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do to my life, making bad decisions. So I was about to join the military. And before I joined the military, one of my OGs told me about a hiring event that a company was having, T-Mobile USA, right? So not the retail store, but like the actual office. Like, so they had a hiring event, and man, it was hundreds of people at this hiring event. Now, mind you, I'm a kid. I'm about to go to the military. You feel me? In a couple months, I don't have no job. I don't got nothing to lose. So I'm like, shit, fuck it. I'm gonna go to the hiring event. I'm trying to make some moolah before I leave. I got a baby on the way. I got to make shit shake. So you feel me? I went to the hiring event. Then I talked to this lady, man. Her name is Kanika, and she asked me. She was like, "Now, how old are you?" I was like, "I'm 20." She was like, "What you doing coming here? You don't got no degrees. I understand this is a hiring event, meaning that anybody can come for an interview, but why should we hire you?" And I was like, "Well, I got a baby on the way, and I'm about to go to the military in 3 months, but I can sell you anything." She was like, "You can sell me anything. All right, sell me this pen right here." So she put the pen on the table. So I was like, "Okay, well, how you doing today, ma'am? How's your day going?" She was like, "Good." I was like, "Okay, I really like that. I really like that dress you have on. Like, that's my favorite color right there. It really brings you out." So I complimented her, right, before I even went into any sales. Then I started to ask her a question about herself, if she was left-handed or right-handed. And she was like, "I'm left-handed." I was like, "Oh, you are, man. Me too. I'm left-handed too." So that was something we had in common, right? I can actually use both hands. But that was something we have in common, right? Already. Then I was like, "Man, now when you hold this pen, right? Like, how does this pen make you feel? Does it feel like a dollar pen? Does it feel like a cheap pen?" She was like, "No." I was like, "What do you like about this pen?" She was like, "I like how heavy it is." I was like, "Yeah, I like to write with heavy pens because when you're writing with a heavy pen, it feels more personal in whatever it is you're writing down. How about if I tell you you can have this pen right now for this price?" "Well, how much is it?" "All right, look, if you buy this pen right now, I'm also going to throw in this right here." So I think what was on the side, it was like a coffee mug she had sitting on her table. I was like, "I'm going to throw in this coffee mug too." So it's like, not only did I sell her the pen, but I also said I was going to throw in some bullshit or whatever. And she was laughing and whatever. And she was like, "Okay, we'll give you a call." And a day went by, the next day came, then she called me. She was like, "Hey, so I'm just calling to let you know, Emmanuel, like, I really, really like you. I know you're young and you may not have the credentials or things, but I like your personality. So, we're gonna bring you on board and train you and see how, things are gonna be." So, and that was the start, bro. I went through the training process and I realized my gift, bro. My gift was being a leader. My gift was being a leader. My gift was having conviction. My gift was talking to people. My gift was bringing people on board and helping people succeed. And I was able to work my way. I stayed with that company for about 3 to 4 years, bro. And I went from here, bro, all the way over here. Then COVID hit, and I went from making what I was making in a year with that company, bro. In 2 months, I was making that in like a month, bro.
That's crazy. So that was the point because it's always interesting to hear about successful people's careers, where they
Yeah,
are, because you have to take sometimes you got to take jobs that you don't want to take sometimes. Most
yeah,
of the time that's
yeah.
how it is. So you're in this job. So the point for to where you jumped over was when you started betting and March Madness came about. So that was the point
Yes.
to where this became your lifestyle.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Wow.
sir. Yep. Yeah, and that job, man, I learned so much because number one, it's a very great job, man. This company offers so many things. Number one, they give their employees stocks, right? So that's how I got introduced to the stock market. So they give employees stock. It's called, a benefit. Like you get stock shares, right? Every year they give you a certain amount of stocks. They had a great 401k plan. They had an employee stock purchase program. Great benefit. And with me, since a kid, I've always been a learner. And I was like, man, so they give me $1,000 worth of shares, and those shares that they give me for 1,000 is now worth 2,500. How did that happen? So that sparked that interest. I asked questions. He was like, yeah, man, you get employee stock shares. This is how it works, blah, blah, blah. I was like, damn. So I started learning about the stock market, YouTube, educating myself, and everything just expanded just from that, right? Me being introduced to that world from the job that I was working because I was in a leadership role. So I also had to lead people. I had individuals, that would report to me and I will oversee their performance. So, and I went through a lot of different training with the job. They invested a lot of money into me to learn certain things when it comes to, understanding business, understanding numbers, understanding odds and probability, understanding P&L. And so all of that, bro, I learned it at a very, very young age. And when I found my niche and my true passion, I started making a crazy amount of money, but I already understood money. So me coming into a lot of money, I already understood money compared to the average person. So and when COVID happened, the whole market went up, bro. The economy changed. So imagine me coming into COVID, learning the shit that I learned already, and coming into a lot of money and me understanding the stock market. So I was able to, and it just turned me up like crazy, bro. Because that's the honest truth of my story, bro. So, during COVID, me finding a new niche and me leaving that job and having the knowledge that I possess, I was able to take things to the next level, based off of what I knew.
And still leveling up. And you've been able to identify just your interest there and how knowing how the stock market works and kind of treating the sports betting market the same way, look at it and comparing the two and identifying patterns. And you mentioned that before, just
Yep.
why are you going to pick your favorite team when they're up by so much in the category there? You got to pick the underdog in that situation. So you're able to identify those patterns there. And
Mhm.
especially with live betting, you've spoken about it before, the dangers of that. So what kind of are the things that people should watch out when you're live betting?
When you live betting, a lot of people get fucked because I'm big on psychology too, right? I love to study human psychology, right?
Mhm.
So when you live betting, let's use NBA as an example, right? NBA is all about runs. It's 48 minute long, 12 minutes per quarter. Somebody that don't really understand the psychological aspect of that, when they watching a game and they see a team up like 5 points, 6 points, 7 points first quarter, people are more likely to go with the team that's already winning. They be like, man, this team is up 8 points and the spread is only -3 or -4. Oh man, I'm taking that. And it's like, okay, you're taking that because psychologically your mind is like, oh man, that looks easy. They already winning. But if you really understood shit, you would know, like, hey man, relax, calm your ass down, bro. I understand they're up 7 points. This team is a heavy underdog. The favor is gonna make some type of run. The game is still early. NBA is all about runs. Relax. See how things go after the first quarter. Wait, second quarter, third, fourth quarter. Once you have a true understanding of the game, then you can make a sound live bet compared to making a crazy live bet first quarter NBA. That's crazy when niggas do that, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy because it's like, bro, okay, it's the first quarter, bro. You don't know how make smart bets. So live bets can get you fucked if you don't know what you're doing, man. Same thing with NFL. I'm gonna give another example. NFL, let's say NFL is all about drives, right? A game is really long. During a quarter, each team is probably gonna have about 2 drives, right? During a typical quarter. So when it's like 4 minutes left in a game, and I see a team is up by like a touchdown, it might be 20. to, it might be 20 to 27.
Mhm.
And somebody would see a line like -6.5, and they'd be like, "Man, this team is winning. This team is winning by 7. It's 4 minutes. It's 4 or 5 minutes left. Oh, they definitely gonna win by a touchdown." And the other team has the ball. I don't think people who make those bets really understand. Like, hey, man, NFL, when a team is up big in the fourth quarter and it's not a lot of time left, they play a totally different defense. They're not going to play man-to-man defense because they don't want to give up a big play. So you're going to see a lot of coverage and zone defense. Usually, when a team have a touchdown lead and the other team has the ball with 4 minutes left, that defense. So that means that defense is going to be a lot of spots. There's just not going to be a big play because they don't want to give up the big play. They want the clock. They want you to burn that clock, run that clock out, and game over. So defense is going to be a lot of coverage. So when I see a -6.5 line, I don't never touch it. I'm more likely to bet on a team that's losing by 7, and it's 4 minutes left, and they got the ball, and they got to go down and get some type of score. So I might play like an alternative spread. So instead of me playing like +6.5, I would play like, okay, I'm gonna play like +3. I'm gonna buy the juice and play like +3 because I know this team, they're so likely to drop the ball down the field and at least get some type of score. If it's enough time left where they're in field goal range and they stop them on first and they stop them for 4 downs, they're in field goal range, they're gonna kick a field goal. And if I was to play like something like fucking +4.5 or +4, I'm already covered because now they're only losing by, they're only losing by 4 points, and I was able to play +4.5 or +4. So my bet automatically pushes. Now, if they go down, score a touchdown, which is also very likely, because once again, the defense, you watch NFL, bro. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you do, bro. You see this, all anybody that watch NFL, they're gonna understand what I'm saying, right? The defense sags. So understanding that you're able to make smart bets when it comes to live betting. I'm sorry to get so deep with that shit, bro. Like I really love this shit, bro. Like this is what I do, brother.
Yeah, it's what's giving you the career that you've had for this long, and it's filling your other ventures out there. This is Fort Manny. It's really who you are, and you're teaching other people, helping other people start careers with this. Here's the thing, because there's all these conspiracies out there, especially with because sports betting and sports are basically hand in hand at this point.
Mhm.
That's what it is now. It's all about the bet. You see the stories come out all the time. You hear about them, you read about them, especially with all these scripts that the NFL is scripted, the NBA is scripted. Here's where I'm going with this. Do you believe, because of how heavily betting is, do you believe that the officiating is it on it? And do you think that the sports is fixed to a degree?
Well, I'm gonna start off by saying this, right? Anything that involves a lot of money, somebody's always gonna have the upper hand,
Yeah.
right? Anything involving a lot of money, somebody's always gonna have the upper hand, right? When you look at sports betting in general, something you got to pay attention to, right? Why all of these major leagues are partnering with sports books?
Mm,
It's like the elephant in the room that nobody's speaking on. That's a conflict of interest, bro.
it is.
Bro, that's a conflict of interest on any level, bro. If you trade stocks, that's like an insider trick. It's crazy, bro. Crazy, right? So it's like, yo, a conflict of interest that nobody is speaking on. Um, I'm watching an NBA game. Why is ESPN telling me to spread? I'm watching college football on Saturday. Why is ESPN telling me to play 5 leg same game parlays that I know have a 5 to 2% chance of hitting? Why is ESPN telling me about a so-called sports betting analyst that's telling me to play a fucking 8 leg parlay? That's a sports betting analyst, bro. Why every promotion I see is a same game parlay? Why they never promote a solid single? If they really want people to benefit and really make money, they would be telling you, hey, so today line, we know the line is -6, but I recommend buying the line and playing -2.5 or -3 because I think this might be a 1 possession game and it might be a 3-point game. They were why the sports betting analysts never go in depth like that and try to educate? No, man. Somebody's benefiting from this greatly. So when you're watching these games and you see certain shit, things are not happening in the natural flow of things. It's not. You watch these NBA games, they're not ending in the natural flow of things, brother.
Yeah.
These teams know the over and under, brother. They know it's literally happening
It's right
right in
there.
our face. It's so mind blowing. And it's like me as a sports bettor, my job is to make people money, bro. So it's like you making my job hard with the rigging. So I got a problem with that. You feel me?
Yeah.
I got a problem with that, bro. Things aren't happening in the natural flow of things, bro. And that's all I'm gonna say, bro. Just pay attention. Things are not happening in the natural flow of things. So you knowing that, and you have, bro, I'm a sports bettor, bro. Guys, come to me, bro. This is what play your props. Play your props. Niggas know they props. Niggas know I got NFL, NBA niggas that come to me for locks. NFL can bet on NBA college basketball. They just can't bet on NFL. NBA can bet on NFL, NCAA. They just can't bet on NBA. So these guys aren't breaking any rules coming to me, right? I would never, call them out. They're not breaking any rules. But I'm saying this to say, niggas gamble, B. So when you ask the shit rig, dog, look at Kevin Durant, bro. This nigga go on Twitter and said, fuck your parlay, bro. Then a couple days later, he tweeted a FanDuel sponsorship. The nigga say, fuck your parlay. He doesn't give a fuck about your props. 2 days later, he made a tweet tweeting FanDuel sponsorship. Kevin Durant, favorite same game parlay for NFL. Man, come on, man. They disrespecting y'all. They putting the shit right in your face, bro. Niggas can't read in between the lines. Come on, man. I'm a businessman, bro. I see shit, bro. I see in between the lines, bro. I guess a lot of people don't understand business. A lot of people don't listen, man. I'm a businessman, bro. I'm not no dummy. You can never. That's one thing nobody would ever do, bro. Is as broad as day, bro. It's right there. It's right there, and the shit is going to be divided because it's like if you won due to rigging, you don't give a fuck about the rigging. Shit, you happy you won? Fuck them. I don't give a fuck. Then when you lose and you like, damn, this shit weird. How the fuck did I lose? Then a person who benefited from the rigging is like, oh man, I'm happy. Blah blah blah. So it's always going to be two sides. The law of polarity, bro. It's always two sides to any and everything. So it's really hard to prove shit.
Yeah.
Like, so me knowing that, bro, I call my plays a certain way. My exclusive, I call them a certain way. That's how I'm able to go on crazy win streak because I account for certain shit that's not going to happen in the normal flow of things. If that makes sense.
Ahead of the curve.
Yes, sir.
That's how you got to be. I remember when doing my research on you, you were rocking with the Nets, Packers, and Dodgers. Are those still your teams, or are you completely switched up and you kind of keep them aligned and with what you're winning with?
Wait, what was the teams again?
I remember hearing it was the Packers, the Nets, because you're KD guy. KD's one of your favorite players, and the Dodgers.
Man, this was way back. Where did you get that from? Holy shit, bro. What? Yo, this guy went way back, bro. Listen, bro, those were teams that were making me money at the time, right? So remember the Nets when they had Harden, Kyrie, KD. When them niggas played, I always bet on them. They didn't lose, right? So I was fucking with them. They were making me a lot of bread. Same with the Dodgers 2 years ago. Dodgers were unstoppable, right? The Packers when they had Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is a bad man with the Packers. I don't fade them. So that was way back, bro. Hey, you did your research, fam. I fuck with that. Yeah, but they were just, teams I would consider money teams. Like with me, man, look at this, bro. It's over 30 teams, bro, in the NFL, NBA. You can't learn about every team, bro. It's impossible. Find you a group of teams that you really study. You feel me? You'll never see me bet the fucking Hornets. You would never see me bet the fucking Wizards. Why the fuck? Why? I don't study them. I don't care for them. I bet on teams that I study, bro. So I keep like 5 to 6 teams from each sports that I'm really invested in. You feel me? And that's how I'm able to go about my rotation. I can't do the whole 30. Nah, fam, you're going about it the wrong way, bro. But it's all good because I'm here, man. Listen to my shit, man. Diary of a Gambler 2 gonna be dropping. I'm telling you all the sauce, man. If you a sports bettor and you out there and you young and you want to get put on game and you want to finally make some fucking money too, but understand shit, stay tuned for Diary of a Gambler 2, man. We're gonna be dropping that shit soon.
Oof. When's the time frame you're looking to drop this?
We looking at early first quarter of 2025, so probably around February, March, around that time frame.
That's
Yeah,
on the way
February,
soon.
March. Yeah, on the way soon.
You got big connections out there, especially with all the success you're making with being a sports bettor and just people knowing who you for who you are. Who are you looking to really collaborate with this industry as far as music goes? You're out in Miami, Florida. How about Khaled? Are you looking to collaborate with some of these guys on the production side of things? Are you making the moves right now for that? Or are you kind of just staying in the lane that you got right now? And if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, man. I believe in a law of detachment, bro. Like if it happens, it happens, bro. Like I make music. I make my music a little different, bro. I make music for me, bro. I make music for me and the things that I go through that I know millions of other people go through, right? So there may be a whole audience out there that probably haven't had an ear for my new sound, but gradually things is gonna happen how it's supposed to happen. So it's gonna happen in the natural flow of things, bro. I'm gonna keep doing me. I got a great team. My manager, Just, shout out that boy. He's been putting in work. I fucking love that guy, man. Like when we in the studio, when we working together, like that's my guy. We locked in, like we got similar interests, similar style, similar taste. So the sound's gonna be even better, man. And if I collab with somebody big, just understand Just is definitely making sure that's gonna happen. But me personally, I just be in my own world, bro, and I just be focused on what I be living, bro, with these locks.
I'll say there's a couple athletes you could collaborate with. We know that Dame Lillard, KD's
Yeah,
got his
yeah,
own rap stuff.
absolutely, man. Nah, that would be fun to collab with Dame, bro. Dame is actually really cool with the bars, bro. Like I would say, bro, Dame probably the coldest dude in the NBA that dropped. Miles Bridges is hard too. I'll collab with Miles Bridges, and Dame Lillard. Those my two favorite. I heard some, other guys they drop some shit, and it's good. Like I'm impressed. KD can actually flow too. I'm gonna give props. KD can flow. Like his style, he's very lyrical. He can flow. So you got to give credit when it's due.
He are you rocking with the Suns? Because he's one of your favorite players. I remember I mentioned that before. Are you
Yeah,
rocking with him?
nah, yeah. And don't get it twisted, man. KD's my favorite player. I know I mentioned the whole shit when he said fuck your parlays and shit. It was actually funny as fuck. But nah, KD's definitely one of my favorite players still, bro. I think KD is one of those guys. You just know what you're gonna get from KD. You feel me? When he's healthy, he's gonna give you 28, 30. He's gonna be very efficient. He's gonna shoot above 50% from the field, 40% from the line, and 90% from the free throw line. He's gonna get you. He gonna get buckets in the clutch in that post, that mid post. He's very efficient, bro. You could put KD in any system, and he's gonna make him a better team. So yeah, KD's definitely still my favorite player, bro. 1,000%.
Yeah, KD's lethal.
Absolutely.
Lethal. Yeah, one of the great of all time, of course, one of the greats. We know that. We've seen what he's done. Even though people have the criticism of him going to Golden State, he still got his own legacy, even though he needed that super
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, nah, him going to Golden State, that was definitely crazy, but I think it's gonna be a mark on KD legacy because, he haven't won a chip since leaving Golden State, you know what I'm saying? And as a player, as a man, you got pride. Like it's like, yo, they saying you can't win without that team, bro, and you haven't. So, that doesn't take away from the greatness of Kevin Durant. It's just that, fans are gonna be like, hey, you never won outside of Golden State. So, you know, hopefully he's able to win one before his career ends. But I mean, it's looking tough, bro. You got OKC Thunder there on the up and coming. You got to watch them. When I look at the Suns, I mean, coaching was so fucking bad. I'm so glad they got rid of Frank Vogel. That guy rotation lineup was absolute shit. Like one of the worst rotation lineups I've ever seen in the NBA. So they got rid of him. This year, injury, man. Bill. I feel like Bill lost them that series against the T-Wolves. You feel me? It's like they paying you 200 M's, bro. You didn't show up. You feel me? Like I'm just calling shit how I see it, man. I'm a basketball junkie, bro. I love this shit, bro. Like I'm a true student to this shit. Like And when I look at last year, Bill definitely cost the Suns that series, man. He didn't play good at all. And I look at the Suns this year. Their center, their starting center, Jukic, Nokic, whatever his name is. I don't trust that guy, bro. He's trash, bro. He plays lazy, bro. Like, I'm not trying to call niggas out or start a beef, bro. I'm just calling shit from a true fan standpoint, bro. The shit that fans be wanting to say, bro. I got the platform to say it, so I'm gonna say it, bro. Like, Jusuf, he's trash, bro. He plays lazy, bro. He doesn't finish at the rim well. I think the Suns need a big that can actually finish at the rim, like a big that can finish, right? They had Eubanks. I think he went to the Jazz. He was a big that was able to somewhat finish around the rim. They got I think is it Mason Plumlee? I think so.
Mhm.
I'm not sure, but yeah, they need a young big. They need a guy like Lively, right? A guy like Lively, like a young bull that's a big that can jump. Like the center from the Pistons. What's the big kid name from the Piston, man? Dorm, I think. He's a like they need that. And when I look at his son's team, like I'm like, yo, y'all don't scare nobody. You feel me? Y'all don't scare nobody at all. Y'all don't have a big that's really physical. Y'all rely heavily on Booker, right? Bill's inconsistent. Grayson Allen, he's a solid role player. I've lost faith, man. Suns were the favorite to win it all 3 years ago, bro. Remember when that trade went down, bro? I look
Yeah.
at the odds on the books, Suns. I'm like, what the fuck? They smoking something. Everybody, oh, the Suns got KD, Book, Bill. They winning it all. I'm like, yo, relax, bro. This is the NBA, bro. Relax. All right. And that team been a disappointment, bro. It's been a disappointment. So
I'm curious to hear your take because I'm from New York. You mentioned it before, but just by wearing the Mets hat,
mhm.
I am a Knicks fan. What are your thoughts on this team? Because they're interesting. I mean, the trade, people are wondering who won the Timberwolves Nick trade. What are your thoughts on the Knicks? Because that's a team that I feel as though gamblers and the bookies would want to win because there's a lot of profit in the Knicks winning. I feel like with the Garden, it's a big attraction. What's your
Mhm.
thought on the current state of the Knicks now?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna start off by saying who I think won the trade, bro. The Knicks won.
Mm. Yeah,
The
Cat.
Knicks, the Knicks won, man. Julius Randle for Karl Anthony Towns, bro. The Knicks absolutely won. When I look at Julius Randles, bro, he plays too much one-on-one basketball. He takes bad shots. When I look at when he was healthy last year with that Knicks team, bro, him and Brunson, bro, like it was like your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn, right? He killed a lot of momentum. When he got hurt, that's when the Knicks really found their true identity. So they were able to ship him off. The T-Wolves got finesse. I'm not even gonna lie. They got fucking finesse, man. Like Karl Anthony Towns to the Knicks, big market. He's a guy who can truly have a number one team now. Remember, he was number two in Minnesota. You got to remember, Karl Anthony Towns was the number one draft pick. This
Right.
kid can hoop. Before they got Edwards, he was the number one, right? So, I feel like his play in Minnesota, people kind of like took it for granted because, Anthony Edwards, Towns was like a number two. Now he's in a big market and he's a big. The Knicks haven't had a big like him since Amari Stoudemire, and he's skillful. Like if you ask me, man, Cat is the Knicks number one. I know Jalen Brunson, but I'm telling you, Cat come playoff time. Cat, they need a basket, efficient, effective. And Cat is really growing. He's really growing into his own in New York. Like, motherfuckers don't fuck with Cat no more on that weird shit. Like, trying to call himself. Like, Cat been playing big. You got to give props when it's due. Then I look at the Knicks. They added Bridges. They added a great wing who can guard 1 through 4. Then you got OG who can guard 1 through 5. Then I look at Hart. You feel me? I look at this Knicks team, man. It's a solid team. I feel like they're the only team in the East that going to be able to compete with the Celtics. So I'm fucking with the Knicks. Y'all have a good team, bro. Playoff basketball. You don't want to face that team. You don't.
Yeah. Knicks are looking good, surprisingly. And I went through the garbage years of being a fan when we just had Melo, even after Melo. It was rough to get up into this point. So I'm cherishing it.
Linsanity. You was there doing the Linsanity.
Insanity. Yeah. Jeremy Lin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's
Garbage.
dope. That's dope.
Straight garbage. Well, you mentioned Rodgers because I now am adopting the Ravens as my new team, but
Mhm.
I used to root for the Jets. Aaron Rodgers really is a bad man now.
Oh man, the low blow to my guy. Yo, man. That Jets franchise is just a shitty franchise overall, bro. Jets fans don't come for me, man. Like I say, I'm just calling it how I see it, man. When I look at that organization, man, it's like they just know how to play losing football.
Yeah.
You know, they make bad decisions. You know, them getting rid of their coach. Fuck you getting rid of the guy for? You understand what I'm saying? And you know, when I look at that team, you know, I feel like the chemistry is not really there. You know, Aaron Rodgers, he looks impatient sometimes. You know, I see his face after, ESPN, they love to zoom in on it, like, because Rodgers is known for that. He's like, the shit that Rodgers does.
Yeah,
So
where
like,
it shows his reaction into
yeah,
the
so
camera.
like every time, like they, and I'm like, yo, man, get off my guy, Aaron Rodgers, man. Yeah, I feel bad for Rodgers, man. Rodgers is still a GOAT. If you ask me, Rodgers is still a top 15 quarterback in this league, bro. Hands down. You know, the guy can still play. He's gonna pick you apart. You play coverage defense. The Jets just have bigger problems, and Aaron Rodgers is not the problem, bro. I hate to say it, bro. I watched too many Jets games, bro. Aaron Rodgers is not the problem. Drops, bus coverage, protection. Devontae Adams haven't really pan out how they expected him to pan out. A lot of drops, like So I'm not gonna give my guy Aaron Rodgers too much of the blame. But you got him with he's a bad man now. You crazy? That was funny. That was funny.
Well, I will say this. I do think they're going a little too hard on him because you're right. It's the players around him. The coaching is abysmal. I think the people who really run the Jets franchise don't know what they're doing. It's the infrastructure
Yeah.
within. It's the people who draft. It's the
Mm-hmm.
coaches, the trainers, everything. It comes from up above, but it's too much blame
Yes.
on Rodgers though. Like I get that he's not as
Yeah.
mobile. Guy's 41.
Uh-huh.
He is catching too much of the blame. And there's a lot of overrated
Yeah.
players on that team, like Garrett Wilson. I think he's overrated. The
I
defense is
agree.
overrated. I
I
think there's
agree. I agree. You right, bro. I 1,000% agree with you. I 1,000% agree with you. You know, the Jets, Giants,
oh,
like uh Giants, man. I watched them play the Cowboys, man. Bad football, bro.
oh,
Bad fucking football. Penalties after penalties, false start. I'm like, yo, at this point, I feel bad for the coach, man. Like, you got Daniel Jones. You give the guy 200 M's, then you waive them. Then Saquon, you let Saquon go for pennies. Now he's about to win probably rushing yard title in the NFL. Eagles looking like the best team in the NFL right now. Like, yo, sometimes I'll be wondering, man. I'm like, yo, these GMs in the league, like, their reality is so fucking far fetched from the reality of the general public that pays attention.
mm,
See, you understand what I'm trying to say, bro? I'm like, bro, some of these GMs, some of these coaches, like just the decisions I be seeing, bro. A decision with the Bears and the Lions.
mm.
Motherfucker got fired the next day. Bro, what are you doing, bro? 20 seconds left. You have a fucking timeout.
Time
It's
out.
first down. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? What are you doing, man? Like, so the Bengals coach, I remember this game. Was it a Chargers, Bengals Chargers? What game was it? What game was it? Bengals Chargers? I think it was Bengals Chargers. I think it was Bengals. Was it Bengals Ravens? It was either Bengals Ravens or no, it was Bengals Ravens when the
Okay.
Ravens came back. Bengals Ravens. Bengals in control the whole game, fam. Game by they ain't position to like get filled. Now the Bengals, they a pass heavy team, fam. Pass heavy, right? It was third and two. Not one time it was third and two, the ball on the Ravens 40. Third and two. So it's not out of field goal range, but it's third and two, fam. As a football fan, what type of play you calling on third and two?
Got to
Let me
go
ask you
for.
what.
I'm running it if it's 3rd and 2.
Thank you. Thank you. Third and two, ball on Baltimore 40, right? My 8-year-old son can probably call this play. He plays Madden all the time, right? Third and two, bro. What they do? Hail Mary, went deep. I'm like, damn, why the fuck would they do that? You need 2 yards, fam. Right? They went Hail Mary. They decide to go for it on 4th down again. What they do? 4th and 2, bam, Hail Mary. They lost the game right there. I'm looking at the coach. I'm looking on Twitter. I'm like, yo, am I tripping, right? So some of these things, man, like when I say things aren't happening in the natural flow of things, bro, this is what I'm talking about, fam. I'm
Yeah.
not tripping. You can pull up the clip and I'm not tripping, fam. That's what I mean by things are not happening in the natural flow of things, bro. I'm looking at the decision making, bro. The Bears, bro. a field goal to tie the game and you didn't attempt a fucking field goal. Heavy favorite underdog. You made a comeback, looking like you about to win. Vegas about to be fucked.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, bro, things just happen, fam. Let's go with that.
Who's winning the Super Bowl to you? Who do you think's winning?
Oh man, me giving this play is gonna be me literally giving a future play. But I'm gonna tell you. Can I give you? I want to give you a couple teams, right?
Okay.
Okay. I still feel like it's still early, right? It's still early. Um, I like the Ravens to win it all. That's my first one. And I'm gonna tell you why. I like the Ravens to win it all. Or if the Ravens don't win it all, I like the Kansas City Chiefs to three-peat. I feel like one of those two things are very likely to happen. When I look at the rate, I'm not sold on the Eagles, bro. I'm gonna be on. I'm not sold on that team, bro. I watched that team week one against the Atlanta Falcons. You know, they got exposed that game. I
Hurts, lots of
understand
turnovers.
Jalen Hurts. You know what he's gonna do in the clutch. He's due for turnovers, right? I don't trust that team. I don't trust him at all. I think it's a high chance Kansas City repeats, right? That hasn't been done in the NFL in a very, very long time, right? I'm thinking about what that would do for the NFL overall. And Mahomes is just one of those guys. It's hard to bet against that guy, bro. You can't bet against that guy, bro. Big games, must-win games. Well, yeah, right. So you got Kansas City. Then when I look at the Baltimore Ravens and I look at the Lamar Jackson narrative, right? If you ask me, Lamar Jackson is top three quarterback in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's better than Josh Allen. Josh Allen's a cold man. Don't get me wrong. I think Mahomes, then Lamar Jackson. And I can make that argument with anybody.
Yeah.
Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, right? There's a quarterback-driven league. When I look at Lamar Jackson, there's not a playmaker in the league that's able to do the things he can do. Right now, you got Kyler Murray. You know, shout out to my guy Kyler Murray. He's an absolute stud. But when I look at Lamar Jackson, man, like the plays he's able to make with his feet, I mean, this guy can literally get a first down on every fucking play. If we keeping it P, Lamar can run for 200 yards every game. But what I love about Lamar, like over the last years, is has been a progression in his pass game, him having the patience. And the game they lost, he said his mom was mad that he didn't run the ball enough. But as a fan and a junkie looking in, I understood why he decided to throw, because he's been doing that for the last couple of years to like show like, hey, I'm a quarterback. You got me fucked up, like, to prove that point. And a guy like that can get a first down on almost any given play, that has that arm ability too and understands that offense, right? Then you add a guy like Derrick Henry, who's like arguably probably the best running back in the league right now. They got to work on their defense. I'll tell you that, right? Their kicker, Justin Tucker, he's been absolute ass this year. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but he need to get shit together. I think he's going to get shit together, right? He just need a couple of games where he can hit like 3-4 field goals. That would be great. But when I look at that team, I feel like they're overdue for one. They're due for one, right? That's just the feeling that I have. So Ravens or Kansas City Chiefs.
I like that. I don't like the Chiefs pick, but I understand it because I just don't want to see them win. They wouldn't. It's too
Oh
much.
yeah, nobody want to see him win, bro. But
Too much. But
you
that's
gotta
how the bet's gonna go. Yeah. If you want to
exactly.
bet,
You gotta
yeah,
remove your emotions from it, bro.
yeah.
I know a lot of people hate the Chiefs. It's like, yo, fuck them guys. I don't want them to win. All right, bet against them. Bet against them. It's hard,
Yeah.
like. They've been in the Super Bowl every fucking year, bro. Like at this point, it's just like, yo, are you gonna keep making the same mistake? Like, hey, So yeah, that's why I like the Chiefs, though. I feel like if it's a team to three-peat, what other team in the league could pull that off other than the Chiefs?
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that. It's probably going to be them. I hope it's the Ravens. That's my new team. I love Lamar Jackson. Like you said, he's a dual threat. No one can really do
Yeah,
what he does. I want to see him succeed. I love Lamar. You mentioned something
absolutely.
earlier because I want to get back to you as a person, man, because everyone looks at you as the sports better. You got the music thing going now. People are following you in that lane, but you mentioned something that really kind of clicks with a lot of people in the industry, and it relates to me as well. When you said that you lost a lot of friends and especially with the relationship thing. Why do you think that it's so difficult for people that once they get successful and not in the cliche of the 9 to 5 environment in which you, because you're in the entertainment industry, you're in the
Mhm.
entertainment space. Why do you think it's so difficult to maintain friends and relationships at a normal rate when you are in the
Yeah.
entertainment industry?
Well, because it's like most of the people you're gonna lose friends, not be friends with, you gotta remember you grew up with them. They seen you when you came from nothing. You feel me? So a lot of people want to see you do good, but they don't want to see you do better than them. So that's why you see, when you have music or you have something, your personal friends, they don't be supporting shit like how they supposed to. You feel me? Because it's like, damn, what the fuck? I went to school with this person and he's doing this. Like, you feel me? You're gonna get more love from people that you didn't grow up with. And that's just what it is, bro. I've came to the realization of that, bro. People gonna feel like you owe them stuff. There's certain things you can't really, the relationship, it just starts to change slowly, bro.
Mm.
When you get really successful, you got to be careful too, like how you share your success with your people you grew up with, because to them it may seem like you're bragging, and it's like, bro, I'm not bragging, bro. I'm just really excited, bro. Just like the way you excited about your promotion at work, I'm excited that I just won 500,000 on the Boston Celtics, bro. I'm not bragging at all, but sometimes that can come off to them as bragging or whatever, and that's why it's very important to be around people who are like-minded like you, who have the same goals, and y'all are working towards something where it's not like a disconnect, bro. So it can definitely get lonely at the top, and that's just what it is, bro. People just in disbelief that you put in the work, you educated yourself, you made the connections, you make sacrifices and things, and they're like, damn, this person came from where I came from. How the fuck they over here and I'm over here? Like, and once you experience that, bro, and time goes on, bro, you just gonna learn to cope with it. And it was very hard for me at first, bro, because I lost a lot of friends, bro. I lost a lot of friends, bro. People felt like I owed them something, bro. I was like, yo, you weren't with me with these research that I'm putting in. How you expect me to give you something for free, bro? Like, you're not respecting my business, bro. You don't even support my business. How do I owe you that, bro? I don't owe you anything, bro. So um yeah, man, that's you just gonna just you can't bring everyone with you, bro. And you just got to realize that if you don't, it's going to be your downfall, bro. So you just got to understand things for what it is and be able to move on from it, bro. And be around people who think like you, bro. And that's one of the best things and decisions I've ever made, bro. I had to get away from those people, and I did just that.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you're in a better space because it's tough once you have all those friends going up and then they go against you. And you're right, there's a sense of entitlement for no reason. I've noticed that with my situations in the past. It's a lot of sense of entitlement, and that's where it kind of gets confusing because it's like, all right, I can help you out or show you the way, but the entitlement thing is what really is kind of crazy about
Yeah.
it.
Nah, facts, bro. Definitely the entitlement, bro. And it's like, you know, what I realized too, bro. You remember I told you I was also heavy on the investment aspect, bro.
Mhm.
Bro, when I do something, I'm so passionate about it, right? So when I learn about certain investments or certain assets, I'm excited to tell my peers about it. It's like, yo, I want you to be on. I want you to make money along with me, right? And it's like, bro, some people don't listen when it doesn't when it don't have a when it doesn't excite them, or that's not something they want. They're not gonna listen, bro. So I found myself so many times like just wasting my time and energy, trying to help people. And I would follow up, hey, did you check that out? What I told you about? Did you check that out? They're like, nah, bro. And it's like, yo, what am I doing, bro? So you just start to like just separate yourself, and you just be in your own world, and you just get around individuals who are like-minded. Because if I'm around someone who like-minded and I'm like, hey, bro, you saying this? Hell yeah, bro. I seen that, bro. Absolutely. I see what you was thinking over there, bro. I peeped that out too. It's just different, bro. You get what I'm saying? It's different. And you gotta be like that, bro. If you want to go to the next level, bro, you have to be around like-minded individuals that you're gonna be able to learn from too as well, instead of people just trying to take from you, bro. That's a big thing, bro. A lot of people gonna try to take from you. They're gonna come to you because they feel like you can do this for them, you can do that for them. So you got to watch out for them folks, man. Be around people who you feel like you can learn from, you can grow something with together. Those are the type of people you want to be around. If you're around somebody who's just pulling, stop and ask yourself, bro, what is this person's true intention?
Mm, that's real. You got to cut them off.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 1000%.
Do you still have that Millennial Millionaire group? Do you still have that group?
Yeah, dang, you did your research, bro. I fucks with you. Yeah, I still got the Millennial Millionaire group, man. It's a Telegram group. And what's so cool about that group, man? When you go in there and you in that chat, bro, you're able to see like all the plays from like 3, 4 years ago that I told people about, and I provided breakdown. And when you look at them shits right now, bro, like me calling Tesla when it was all the way back at like 120, bro. And you know what's so cool about this group is I'm not only telling people, they're seeing me. Okay, damn, this guy just threw $50,000 in Tesla. Damn, this guy just threw $500,000 in Bitcoin. Damn, this guy just threw like you seeing what I'm doing as I'm telling you, right? Like if somebody's doing that with such great conviction and they putting up their own bread on those things, bro, understand they did their research and due diligence. So yeah, I definitely still do have the Millennial Telegram. I had somebody hit me on the ground. They were like, "Yo, bro, you haven't posted there in a minute." Cause I'm like, bro, all the investments and long-term play that I give y'all will have you rich by now, bro. Look at them shits. You've been in there for 2, 3 years, fam. Look at this shit. I don't need to give you anything else. I told you long-term, bro. So if you would have put, $10,000 in this stock over here, you be up 40, 50 bands. If you would have put, 5,000 in Facebook when I told you 3 years ago, you be up this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I get it. I don't post in there every day because I'm not a day trader, bro. I invest the right way. You feel me? I invest the right way, bro. Long term, bro. Patience. In this universe, you gotta have patience. You gotta have patience, bro. You gotta have patience. You gotta do your due diligence, and you just gotta trust the process and let things play out how it's supposed to, bro. You gotta detach, invest, detach. Law of polarity, detach, right? Detach. So when I invest in something, my mindset is long term. I don't care if I buy an investment, bro. I don't care what happened in the first week. I don't care what happens in a month. Honestly, I don't care what happens in a year. Because if I threw this amount of money in this play over here, my mindset is already long term, and I'm gonna let it ride out. And when you look at most Fortune 500 companies and big corporations, when you look at their charts, you see huge returns on year 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't see big returns in year 2, because those are the people that are buying, selling, buying, selling, buying, selling. The people that staying long term, they reap the true benefit. Year 3, year 4, year 5. You get them. It's a lot of shit. Life is so simple. I just wish people wouldn't overcomplicate it sometimes. It's so simple. The shit to buy is so simple. The things to buy is so simple. People may think like, man, 2 years is a long time, 3 years, 4 years. That's not a long time at all. You make real true wealth when you truly invest and you have a long-term mindset. When you want that quick return, that's how you get fucked on parlays. When you want that quick return, that's how you get fucked on pyramid schemes. When you want that quick return, you invest in shitty cryptocurrency because you want that Hail Mary. The world don't work like that, and everybody want to get rich overnight. And the 1% of people that have that mindset and way of thinking, like patience, conviction, sit back, relax, let it play out, those are the people that always make money, brother.
And then they're in the game for longevity too, because you mentioned that
Of
wanting to get fame
course.
overnight, and that's why you have all these people on social media trying to get clout right away off of whatever it is, saying the most outlandish thing on social media. Like
Yeah.
when we look at, I'm gonna say it, Hawk Tua. Can you believe, like, when you just look at that she has like all this businesses going on now, podcasts and all this stuff. You saw that viral clip, right? The
Which
Hawk
one? Which one was it?
the Hawk Tua girl. Have you heard about that?
Nah, nah. Tell me about it.
Okay, yeah. So can't believe I'm gonna have to say this, but yeah, it was basically like a woman goes on to like a street interview and she says Hawk Tua in the microphone. Hawk Tua spit on that thing. She was, simulating a certain gesture, to a certain
What?
gesture. Yeah, and it's she apparently she went viral off of this clip.
Yeah.
And now she has all these deals. She's got a podcast deal. Apparently, she might be getting a reality show, but she's getting all these brand deals all over the
Mm.
place. And it's like, how does someone like that get on quickly? Because this is someone, you mentioned patience. I
Mm-hmm.
just think about, in that situation, where's the longevity in that? How is she getting all these deals off of that one viral moment? There's no talent there. There's
Yeah.
nothing going there.
There is no talent there at all, but I'm gonna tell you what the talent is, brother. Right? The talent is having conviction, getting behind a camera, and putting yourself out there like that.
Mm.
That's where it's at, bro. Removing pride, no shame, getting behind a camera, doing that and posting it, and not giving a fuck. People gonna talk. People gonna have a, seriously, bro. And once again, bro, I'm big on the 12 laws of the universe, bro. Law of polarity. People gonna hate it. Some people gonna fuck with it. It's gonna get people attention. There's always gonna be an opposite effect for any and everything. So it's like, damn, this person got no talent. Guess what? The opposite effect said they can be famous because it's gonna be an opposite, an offset.
Mm.
So I think that person talent is not giving a fuck, being shameless,
Mm-hmm.
and being able to stand behind a camera and do so and post it and not give a fuck. Because let's be real, a lot of people are not gonna do that. That's just what it is. Even if you tell them, hey, you do that, you'll be famous. They're still not gonna do that. They're gonna be scared, shy. No, no, no. Come on, bro. So I get it. It's no talent, but I like to see things like from every perspective. And it's just them doing it, bro. And now you got people, and the thing is, so many people gonna do dumb shit, and they're not gonna understand. Hey, that's a one-off situation. That's a one-off situation. For all the dumb shit you see on the internet that people try to do, that's a one-off
One off.
situation. Yeah, so you're gonna have those anomalies that happen all the time.
Yeah. And in this situation, we're going to be the ones here for the long ride. The one off is eventually going to get the one off because she can have these deals and everything. But I think that situation's meant to fade. I don't care if she has fans out there, but it is what it is.
Hey, look at this, bro. Look at this, bro. It's 6 to 7 billion people in the world, right? How much following or fan base that can she monetize to be able to live an honest living?
Mm,
I don't think it's that hard, bro.
yeah.
Because I'm looking at odds and probabilities. You have the internet, right? It's not that hard, bro. It's a lot of people in this fucking world, bro. You feel me? If you find something and you know how to monetize it, bro, meaning that you found an audience, it's a lot of weird motherfuckers out there, bro. Like, look at Shorty OnlyFans, Sophia, what's her name? The Shorty on OnlyFans, Sophia, she made like 45 M's in a month. You feel me? Not was it in a year? Was it in a month? Yeah, I think it was 45 M's in a month or a year. 45 M's in a
More
year,
than what
right?
professional players make, athletes. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right? She know her audience. She monetize her audience, bro. Like we know the type of dudes that's spending 45 M's on that shit, bro. It's like the type of dudes, bro. That's her audience, bro. You feel me? So if you can do anything and you know how to monetize it, bro, you can make bread, bro. That's just how the world is, bro.
Yeah. Well,
Crazy.
I'll tell you this. I will give you this. It's because of women like her and Kim Kardashian why it's tough for real kings like us to lock something down sometimes. I'll tell you. It's like you got to live the player life. It's crazy.
Nah, it's very crazy, bro. Man, the dating space is crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's tough, man. Like just the world that we live in, bro, with social media, bro. And it's like, if you a young guy out there, and you're in a relationship and you got a shorty, man, and and she's easily persuade or influence, man, and she come to Miami and she around, hey, man, listen, bro. Just be my young kings out there, man. Chase that moolah first, and everything else is gonna come. That's my advice, right? All my young kings out there, all my young bulls, all my niggas hustling. Chase that moolah first, man. Put that first because I promise you, you get that, they're gonna come, bro. They're gonna come left and right. You're gonna get tired of it. You gonna get when you as a man, when you develop yourself, bro, and you solidify yourself, bro, and you confident and you take care of yourself, everything else is gonna come to you. The women's just gonna be it's gonna get annoying. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's
Yeah.
gonna get annoying, right? So chase that moolah first, stack
Taste the
that paper.
moolah.
Yeah, chase that moolah, stack your paper, take care of your family, your mama, your auntie, your cousin. You feel me? That's gonna be there, bro. But if you young, a young man, man, enjoy your youth, man. Enjoy your youth. chase that paper, stack that paper, do all the things you want to do before you think about, what I'm saying, like settling down. And you can do that. You can find somebody good, man. But in this new day and age, bro, women are easily influenced, bro. I seen a lot of shit, bro. I seen a lot of shit. So just be careful, my young kings.
Oh yeah, I've been speaking out about it. I said it. Women are the new men. I've been saying it now for months, and that I really don't get it. But women are the new players. They really are. I'm telling you, they're getting us back.
Nah, women are the new players, bro. Like, I got homegirls, bro, who be having dudes that be tricking on them like crazy, bro. Like, you feel me? That's what you feel me? They the new players, man. You feel me? Like, I'm telling you, man, women be getting flown to Dubai. You feel me? I seen it, bro. I got homegirls like that, bro. Dudes send them 10, 15K, man. Like just, athletes are the biggest tricks. I got I'm being honest with you, bro.
Yeah.
I got a lot of homegirls and shit. You feel me? And because they buy locks from me. You feel me? Like the females be gambling, bro. And the females that be gambling too. Like the ones I'm talking about. Oh yeah, they be on my exclusive like crazy, bro. Like crazy. And they add me to their close friends. You feel me? Like, and I be seeing everything, man. This one chick posting her close friend. It's a nigga that played for the Pelicans, right? She posted. Hey, I think I'm just gonna say that, right? I'm gonna let you guess, right? But this shorty had posted her close friends, right? She was like, blah blah blah. Just sent me 5K just to say he's sorry. And what's crazy, bro? The reason I know what it was is because the shorty was at the fucking game, posting at the fucking game. Then the next day, so yeah, bro. You feel me, like God, niggas be going outside, bro. Like you said, bro. Women are the new players, bro. Yes, they are, bro. 1000%. You feel me? That's just what it is, brother.
Yeah. Crazy, but we don't put ourselves in that line. We put ourselves in the line of kings, and they got to follow behind us, and that's how it is, and that's how we roll. I wanted to
Type
touch on
shit.
this too because you mentioned it at the beginning of the interview, and I think that kind of goes in hand with your name with Fort Manny.
Uh
You were
huh.
going to go into the army, so what happened to when? Because you was this to like a process to where you said, "Yeah, I'm going in," and how did you kind of?
Yeah, it was actually the Navy, right? So I already had my job. It was the Navy, and I already had my job. It was supposed to be a grand quartermaster, right? So that's like the people that like works with the captain or whatever, right? So when you sign up and stuff, you're supposed to go to MEPS. You go to MEPS, you take the test, they give you your job, then you go back to MEPS for your final swearing. Your final swearing, right? So, mind you, I was working this job and I was doing great at the job. I loved it. And it was time for me to ship off for the Navy. I'm supposed to do my final swearing. So I hit up my recruiter. I was like, look, man, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I really like this job I'm doing right now. I'm going to put the Navy on hold. Yo, Shorty got mad. Like, the nigga got pissed. He was like, yo, what you mean, bro? You got to go. It's a must that you go. We already got the job for you. You can go in. And I'm like, yo, my G, I like what I'm doing right now. It's not law that I have to go, right? You lying to me. I did my research. You only obligated to go after you do your final swearing. I'm like, you don't have my best interest. So like I blocked this dude, right? So this nigga hit me from a block line. He was like, man, you fucking up my commission. Like talking crazy. Like, yo, my nigga, I was 20, bro. And this nigga was like 30 something. He was like, yo, my nigga, straight up, you fucking up my commission. Yo ass supposed to be leaving. You gotta go. If you don't go, that's an order. So the nigga he was harassing me, bro. So I had to report the nigga to his commander. You feel me? I had to report the nigga to his commander because I told my job about it, and their HR department, told me what I needed to do, and I reported it, and that's how that whole shit stopped. And I never went to the Navy, gang. That's how that shit happened. Like the nigga was
Wow.
like, "You got me fucked up." I was like, "Yo, bro, so I was just a number to you, bro. You don't care about my interests, yo." So when I look at life, bro, I'm like, yo, life is funny, bro, because that shit would have changed the whole course of my life completely, bro.
It would have.
On God, So Yeah, that's what happened with that, man.
And thank God that you were able to get on the path that you're on now that led you to
Absolutely.
Fort Manny bets that everyone knows you for.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
It's a blessing. So what's some things, because you mentioned you got the upcoming album, the part two.
Hmm.
What's the next single that you got on the way? You gonna be dropping a single?
Um, yeah, we got a next single me and Just cooking up, man. It's gonna be called 3 in the morning. So 3 in the morning, pretty much, man. I'm telling you what I was doing at 3 in the morning, man. Like, I was fucking, betting on tennis. I fucked up my racks. I got in my feelings. I'm telling you, I'm telling you what I was doing. You know what real gamblers go through, man. A lot of niggas fuck up the cheese. You feel me? You get in your feelings. You start to chase your bets. You start to bet on Chinese basketball, table tennis, like any and everything that a real gambler go through, bro. And I'm gonna call you a real gambler if you place more than 10 bets in your life. If you place more than 10 bets in your life and you lost, you are a gambler. You feel me? I consider you a real gambler because you lost one time, you went back two times, you went back three. You're a real gambler. You feel me? So this is something that everybody goes through, bro. And I'm not scared to talk about it. So, uh, 3 in the morning, I'm just simply talking about, my experience one night, when I fucked up my cheese betting table tennis, fucked up the racks. And that track is gonna be dropping within the next month. It's gonna be dropping really, really soon. So 3 in the morning, we're gonna be dropping that.
3 in the morning coming soon. You bet on tennis. I remember hearing that you don't bet on golf, but what are some other things that you do bet on? I mean, who would want to bet on golf? It's the most boring white spectator sport. It's so boring. Give me a break. But the only thing interesting about golf was Tiger Woods, and he gave it flavor. It's the only flavor
Yeah.
it's ever going to have. But how deep do you go into this? Because you mentioned Chinese basketball. How about, have you ever bet on like the horse races and any of that stuff, Olympics? How deep do you go into this?
Nah, bro. I'm the type of person, bro. I would say I have great discipline, right? I stay with my niche, bro. I stay with college basketball, NBA, NFL, MLB,
Okay.
right? I stay with that niche. Me fucking up my racks on tennis, that was like 3, 4 years ago, trying some shit that you feel me, like, as a gambler, you evolve, bro. As time goes on, you become better, bro. You become better and that's with anything. Something that you do more and more, you become better at it, right? So as a gambler, I've really evolved to be able to be where I'm at because I make the right plays. I make the right bets. I manage my bankrolls the best. I don't bet on shit that I don't know and shit that I don't understand. It's that simple, right?
Yeah.
I don't bet on shit that I don't know and shit that I don't understand. Now, I will bet on boxing here and there. Big fight events, 1000%. Jake Paul, guess what? I took Jake Paul, right? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Once again, people let that psychology standpoint, right? On your mic. Oh, yeah, bro. On your mic. My nigga, relax. He's almost 60, bro. Like, what are you doing, fam? Like, are you using your head, bro? Like, you understand people age, right? Like, Jake Paul, like, you may not like him. Remove that from the equation. Look at his body of work over the last couple of years. Also, too, look at who's running the event. Who owns the event? Literally, Jake Paul. Everybody he fights, he owns the event.
Mhm.
He owns it. Literally, Jake Paul is a great businessman. Great fucking business. This kid understand business. He understand how to monetize. That kid is gonna be a billionaire, 1000%, right? So when I just look at everything, I'm like, yo, the general public is so fucking stupid. Like, right? I hate to say it, bro, and it's just be like, so when I see opportunities for money to be made in events that I don't normally bet in, oh, I 1000% jump on them. But
Yeah.
it's not on the regular though. It's just UFC, boxing here and there on big events.
Mhm. Earlier too, because we got into the music thing, hip hop has always played a part in your life, and it especially is now, especially that you're taking the artist route and releasing your own music. Who were those top artists for you growing up that got you into the genre?
Yeah, for me, my number one man was Future.
Mhm.
Future. When I listen to Future music, it evolves with him. That's why I feel like I'm able to relate so much to Pluto. Is when I look at Future music, the things that he was talking about, his come up, how he was grinding, how he was hustling, how he was motivated. When I look at me at my young self, when I was 16, 17 in Jacksonville, Florida, coming up, hustling, grinding, and when I look at future music over the last 5, 6 years, right, the things that he's talking about, he talk a lot of rich nigga shit. He talk a lot of rich shit, like on some real shit. Like Future talk about what rich niggas go through now. That's what he talks about in his music now, right? His earlier music, it was, hustling, the whole blah blah blah. Now when you listen to Future, like if you're not getting money, you're not really gonna really know what he's talking about. When he's talking about Central Pay, Don Perrier, St. Regis at the crib, like that's rich nigga talk. And I feel like, just my world, my reality, that's literally what I go through. Like everything he talks about in his music and like his sound, his music has done a lot for me, man. Even in relationship breakup, listening to Hendrix, that whole album. I remember I was in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I had my first real heartbreak. I was working that corporate job, so I was young. That was a motivation for me to go so hard and evolve in that company, bro. I was locked in on that album, bro. That Hendrix album. Then he ended up dropping. What was the next one he dropped? I think he dropped it before Hendrix, with the yellow covers.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was kind of like a blurry yellow cover.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He dropped two, man. So what was it called?
It was back to back. I forget
Future.
what that one was called though.
Yeah, it's called Future. So when he
Future.
dropped Future and he dropped Future, then he dropped Hendrix. Man, those two albums, man. When I listen to Future, it's like, yeah, go get that money, blah blah blah. Then when I listen to Hendrix, it's like, yeah, man, fuck that bitch, bro. She played with you. You feel me? Like you that nigga. You gonna boss up. You gonna do this. And man, it just takes me back, to a time frame where I was a young bull and I had great conviction. I was heartbroken, and my craft and hustle to be successful was at an all-time high. And I give that albums, I give it a lot of credit for that. For helping me through those tough times. So yeah, man, Future, man, always been a number one Future fan. Then Lil Boosie, growing up in Jacksonville, in middle school, 6th grade, 7th grade, Lil Boosie, he was a huge influence as far as like the sound, that I would listen to in Jacksonville, Florida. Then Kanye West. I remember when I first heard that song, "Can't Tell Me Nothing." I think I was in
Okay.
like 5th grade. Yeah, I had just moved from the U.S. to from Africa, man, and Kanye West. My cousin had it on his PSP, and I would listen to Kanye West. Can't Tell Me Nothing. Yeah, man. So music always been a huge part, man, since a kid, bro. Like music's really, really my therapy, bro. I really love music. Like, so yeah, you just brought back a lot of memories.
Wow. And I didn't even know that you came from Africa to here. So how was it kind of getting implemented to pretty much got you set up on this path now? How was it getting coming from Africa to here?
Yeah, bro. So, coming from Africa, Monrovia, Liberia, coming to the United States in Jacksonville, Florida. I came to the United States when I was in the 4th grade. And it was a completely different world, bro. Cause, growing up in Africa, bro, like kids are raised a little different. As a kid, you grow up a little faster in Africa, right? You got 6-year-old, 7-year-old roaming around the city, catching city bus, going from streets to streets, just because that's just how things are in Africa if you're living in a city. So, I grew up very, very fast at an early age, in Africa doing that. And when I got to the United States at the age of 10, I felt like my freedom was taken away from me because I went from roaming around the city after school, making friends, playing soccer, doing a whole bunch of things. So it's like, yo, now I'm in the United States. It's like after school, you go home. Kids aren't really playing outside like that. So my first year or two in the US was a struggle because like I felt like I was in a prison, and that's when I got introduced to music. So when I was home, I would just listen to music all day, bro. And things started to change over time. When I hit 6th grade, I started coming my own. I started playing basketball. I was really good at basketball, so I was able to make friends. And and the American culture just slowly, you feel me, just took over. But yeah, man, that's what that was like for me when I came.
Look at that. And see, and now he's winning
Yeah,
big.
yes, 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 absolutely, brother.
Are you still doing real estate work? Are you still in that lane?
Nah,
No.
bro. I changed my investment approach completely, bro, because you know when you when I've realized some things, right? So I changed my investment approach completely. I'm to the point, bro. Like I like to work smart, not hard. When it comes to making money, money is all about energy, right? That's what money is, the transfer of energy, right? You waking up to go to your 9 to 5 job, that is you putting out energy for somebody to pay you some money, right? You ordering Uber Eats, somebody's putting in energy to go pick it up and bring it to you for them to make money, right? So it's the transfer of energy. That's all money is, right? And I realized that the best and most productive way to make money is not using a lot of energy.
Mm.
Right. So, I was in real estate. I've done a couple of flips and things of that nature. And don't get me wrong, it's good money, right? But just the things that I know now and the knowledge that I have and the knowledge that I possess, I've learned how to invest in all the things that is bringing me way bigger returns than using a lot of energy and investing in real estate or investing in this or investing in a restaurant. I'm a numbers guy, right? Because at the end of the day, is what's your rate of return, right? What's your P&L? So if I have an asset that's able to make me, this rate of return, that's double, quadruple, whatever, a business, a restaurant, or whatever, real estate. Why am I why am I fucking with real estate? And now I understand the old head and the old school way of thinking would be like, well, you got to diversify. I'm like, listen, diversification of your portfolio sounds great, but honestly, you will never build true wealth doing that. You can diversify your portfolio if you have the wealth that you want to have and you're comfortable with, meaning that, okay, you hit $1 million, you want to diversify. All right, cool. But guess what? My goal is on a fucking $100 million. So I don't want to diversify. I don't want a 10% return, bro. What asset out there in the world that I've done my research, done my due diligence, have great conviction that can make me, this amount of return, that can double, triple, quadruple, that can turn 10 mil into 20, 30 M's without me moving a muscle. That's what I be focused on nowadays. So I've gotten out of that real estate space because as your money evolve and you're a student of the game, meaning that you love finance and you love understanding money, the way you think and the way you look at things is going to change when you come across certain information and learn about certain things, right? That's why you gotta. I tell people this all the time, man. When it comes to really being a good investor, bro, you got to be open to change. You got to be open to change. You got to be able to reprogram your brain from an old school way of thinking, right? When I look at money overall, right? When I look at money as far as fiat currency, it has changed over the time of years, whether it's currencies, whether it's salt being used for fiat, whether it's rubies, it has changed a lot in human history, right? And now we got the US dollar and you got fiat currency, and it's like we see what's happening with that, right? We seen what happened in COVID. We seen what happened to the economy with fiat currency and inflation and things of that nature. And that money printer just printing and printing, and that debt keep growing and growing. Okay, I know those things, right? Okay, what's another form of money that the world hasn't really adapted to, but it's also an asset that can be used to store wealth, right? And I figure out what that asset was, and I understood it. I did my research. It was a no-brainer. And yeah, man, that's just where I've been.
Man, he's got this thing mastered. He knows what he's doing. This is why he's been successful for this long. He's got a lot on the way here. 2025 is on the horizon. Man,
Yes.
what are your sights for 2025? You got the album. You mentioned that that's going to be first quarter. What are some sights that you
Yes.
got on the way for yourself other than the album for 2025?
Um, Bro, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I don't think my life out that far.
Wow.
Um,
I like that though. You stay in the moment.
yeah. I don't, of course the album because we know like realistically the amount of music me and Jess gonna make, produce the marketing and all of that. But I don't think too far out on my life, bro, as far as things that I want to do, things I want to accomplish. I live in a moment and I let life happens. I detach, the law of detachment. I let things happen in the natural flow of things. I wake up, I work out, I have my routine, I learn, I educate myself. I make music when I'm able to make music, take care of my son, talk to my family, and I just do that shit every day, bro. And what's gonna happen is gonna happen naturally. I'm not over here like, oh man, in a year I want to get a house. In a year I want to get a car. In a year I want to do a feature with this person. Or in a year I want to. I'm not like that, brother. Me being the way that I am have gotten me where I'm at, and me continuing to be that way is going to get me further and further. I just live in the moment and just be myself.
I like that. And everything's gonna come. You got to detach. I like that.
Yes, sir.
Detach.
Yes,
That's the key.
yes, sir. True believer in that. Absolutely.
And I could see that for sure, man. For Manny, I appreciate you for coming on the show, dropping all these gems, the knowledge, everything that you've provided here tonight for the show. I appreciate it. Is there anything else that you want to mention to the fan base, to everyone, all the Fort Manny Bets fans out there that we didn't talk about?
Yeah, man, like all my fans, man, I definitely appreciate all my fans. Without my fans, man, I won't be doing the shit that I'm doing, when it comes to making music too. My fans are the ones telling me like, damn, bro, your music did this for me. Damn, bro, this did this for me. Or even when it comes to the bets, like, damn, bro, you changed my life completely. You helped me buy this car, you helped me buy this house, you helped me do this, your wisdom. So I definitely want to thank them for, helping keeping me on a study level, and knowing that I'm able to have a positive impact on people's lives, that really keeps me going. So I appreciate that greatly.
Yeah. Shout out to them. They're building with you. That's your fans. They're going to stay with you. You're doing your thing. Exotic available on all platforms right now. I'm looking forward to the upcoming album. I want to thank you for coming on the show again, man. I had a great time
Yes, sir.
speaking with you. It's been great.
Yes, sir, bro. I enjoy this conversation, man. I really appreciate you, doing your research too, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's probably one of the best interviews that I've done, bro. Like you doing your due diligence, you bringing up shit that brought back a lot of memories. You're dope at what you do, bro. Like
It means a lot.
bro, you really are. You really are. And I'm acknowledging the work that you're putting in, bro. That's fire, bro. I swear to God, that's fire. Keep that shit up, bro.
Wow. No, that means a lot. That really touched me right here, man. I needed that going through a lot recently. And that means a lot, man. I much appreciate it. And you're doing a
Yeah,
lot for
bro.
the
You
people
bro,
too.
you got a bright future, bro. Keep doing what you're doing and you putting in the work. Like I respect that. I respect that. And it's gonna pay off. It's gonna pay off, bro. The law of polarity says it's gonna pay off. That means that there's an opposite effect for any and everything. So you being at your lowest at any moment, understand that eventually you're gonna get to your highest level of happiness. It has to happen. If you're at your lowest moment of sadness, you're gonna get to your highest level of happiness. Opposite has to happen. You got up, down, cold, hot, sad, happy,
Yeah.
dark. It's the opposite effect for any and everything, negative, positive. Like that's just a universal law, bro. So when you're going through a tough time and things not going through your way, think about the law of polarity, bro.
Mm.
Opposite is gonna happen. That's what I do, bro. I have tough weeks. I go through shit all the time, but I tell myself mentally I'm experiencing a law of polarity. I had my worst month in business. All right, cool. The next month I had my best month in business last year, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, bro. So it's like me and my assistant talk about it all the time, and he be laughing like, "Man, you and the 12 laws of the universe." And I'm like, "Bro, it changed my life completely. Learning at a young age, bro. The way I think about life, the way I go about life, the way I view things, the way I view negative things, positive things. It's done a lot for me, bro. So you're doing a great job, bro. And anytime you're going through some things, bro, just think about the law of polarity.
Mm. I'll definitely think about that, man. It means a lot. And you're right. We'll reach our highest highs. Once we go through those low lows, we know that the opposite effect is on the horizon.
Exactly. Exactly.
Absolutely. And thank you too. I want to shout out to Mallow too for getting this set up, getting us
Yeah. Shout out
connected.
to Milo, man. She go there, bro. She go there. She made shit happen. I fucks with her for that 1000%.
100% shout out to her. Fort Manny, man, thank you again. You're always welcome back on the show. Love to get you back on when you drop that new project too, the new
Absolutely.
album, so we can go in depth about that.
Absolutely. We locked in, man. I'm definitely gonna make sure to do that.
Let's do it, man. They can follow you on Instagram at Fort Manny Bets and Fort Manny on X, and let in your YouTube too, Fort Manny Bets. Subscribe there.
Yes, sir.
Check out the music
Yes, sir.
videos.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, man. So all those platforms, man, you can check me out. You can always shoot me a message too, man. I take the time and respond to all my fans, bro. Every single message. So you can always hit me up and we can get connected.
That's big. Yeah, to connect with him, man. He's very personable and humble. He doesn't. The money hasn't changed him. The success and fame hasn't changed him. This is how you have to stay, and this is how it's going to keep you level grounded and winning.
Absolutely. 1000%, brother.
You already know. For Manny, thank you again. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm looking forward to the upcoming music and all the moves, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro.
Salute.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Peace
sir.
out, man.